Hey guys, what is going on? It is Chris here once again, back with another NBA Fanduel Advice video for the 6th of August. Didn't do one yesterday. I was just honestly just pooped. And yeah, so anyway, we are back at it here tonight as normal. If you guys need help on NBA Fanduel and DraftKings lineup advice, all you need to do is hit us up on our Twitter in the comment section below. We'd love to help you guys out. And like I said, on Fanduel, you get the exact lineup that I am playing. So definitely would love to have you for sure. Yeah, with all that out of the way, like I said, hopefully you guys did a pretty good for yesterday's slate. It was kind of a weird one. Not a lot of really good guys that went off. Rudy Gay went off for 40 plus. Joel went off just because the Simmons got hurt, and yeah, but that was mostly it. Not much else happened. Michael Porter, obviously, he went off as well. So, but I mean, for the most part, none of the name guys really went off. So, anyway, we are back at it here today. Thankfully, FanDuel, said screw the early game, and they're giving us the later game. So that's I appreciate that because I'm on the West Coast, so like 10 or 10:30 starts are a little hard when stay up to 2 to 4 a.m. trying to do research. So anyway, first one we have is Miami and Milwaukee, no total here. So yeah, Milwaukee rests their most of their starters at halftime against Brooklyn. That's why Brooklyn beat them. I think to probably put them back out here against a Miami team. Definitely a good opponent here, and also it helps them get ready for the playoffs since this is a playoff team, and obviously Brooklyn doesn't matter on that one. So anyway, we got Goran Dragic here. Don't mind him once again, 31, 42, 31, doing pretty good. Usage rate is skyrocket, 22, 36, 33 and 29 here. He's been going off. A little bit harder matchup here, but those three teams are really not that easy matchups. So I don't mind them. Definitely could take a shot with them. Like I said, I'm always scared sometimes following the trends, trying to get the chalky players because they do suck sometimes, and I have a weird feeling about Dragic. But if you want to go that way, you can. One guy I want to mention, I didn't put a projection on him. I don't mind Dante here because he's always better off the bench. As you see here, every time he starts, this was even earlier in the year. Every time he starts, he absolutely sucks. But every time he comes off the bench, this dude's pretty dang solid, man. And we saw this in this one. It was a blowout. Still only played about 24 minutes, but Eric Bledsoe finally came back and started, and boom, look at that, 27 off the bench. So this dude's pretty dang good, man, off the bench. Not the easiest matchup, but last time he did face Miami a while back, he still had 24. So 49 might be a little high, but if you want to do a one-off with a guy that's going to be like 0% owned, definitely don't mind Dante here in this one. Another guy that's half decent is Tyler Hero. I got him at 20. 24 and 21 in his last two, playing half decent minutes, coming off the bench, pretty good usage rate. He's not bad, just kind of a flyer play there. Not really high in Middleton. Butler is half decent as well. We got Giannis. I think he could go under owned for sure in this one. Hopefully he doesn't sit. Last time against Miami, he only had 38, which is not good. But if we go back, way back in the beginning of the year, like way, way back, um, if I can find it, he had 69.9 against Miami a long time ago. So he had one good and one bad game against them. This game here, he has extra rest. So who knows? He could go for 55 to 60, and this one could be a close game for sure. So if you want to get a little bit of leverage, you could definitely look at him. Not really too much into Bam. As I was just talking with Dragic, a guy that's been doing pretty good and getting a lot of ownership is Kelly Olynyk. Once again, if you want to go at him, you totally can. I always have a weird, something's bad's going to happen. Usage rate's looking good, but anything can happen here. Brooke Lopez half decent, but I don't have too much in this one. Maybe one, and probably move on. Indiana and Phoenix. We have a 229 in Indiana by 3. Don't mind Brogdon played 35 and 33 minutes in his last two. A little bit down with 28 there, but they just didn't really need him too much. But I think that he could come back at this one here and get you around 30 to 35 fantasy points. So don't mind him. Another guy that I mentioned last video. Hopefully the guys picked him up. He had 23.1. Doesn't play a ton of minutes, but man, the dude's pretty productive in the minutes he's given. As you see here, 23, 21, and 23. Only plays about 20 minutes, so that's the only risky thing about him. But overall, not that bad of a point guard, backup point guard. So I don't mind him against Indiana. See what else we got going on. Booker, he's half decent, I guess. Oladipo, 25, 26. I don't have Aaron Holiday or any of those guys. I mean, if Warren or Brogdon for some reason now, then I'll probably add them in there. Look who got a price drop, man. T.J. Warren, 8,800 for for good reason. This guy is absolute bonkers, man. 29, 26, and 17 shots. This dude is insane, and he is facing his old team in Phoenix. So if you can get him in there, definitely have at it for sure. He should go off. I mean, 43 is even a little low. You could definitely put him a little bit higher. But like I just said with Dragic and Kelly, another guy that could randomly just suck just because he's been killing it. Not suck, but get you about 35. But that's sucking for Warren recently. But anything can happen. But this dude plays massive minutes though. Usage rate is just skyrocket as well. So he should continue that trend. Johnson could be a GPP play here since he is starting. I don't mind Dario Saric just for a cheap play here, $4,000, 26, 20, and 23 in his 3 games so far. Plays 24, 25 minutes. Doesn't do a ton, but I mean, like I said, he's only 4,000, so helps you get in one of the bigger boys. Have added Aiton Turner. I would rather have Turner in this one, but Aiton could go off. He was killing Clippers early on, and then just that was it. He had 25 in the first half or something like that. It was crazy. So yeah, that's what happened. Unfortunately, you could put him in there. No one will have him. Moving on, we got Clippers and the Dallas Mavericks at 231. So Beverly's out, and I think everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, look, we can play Reggie Jackson again." You can, but I don't know. I think his value, I don't know. He's gonna be starting. So this was with Beverly. Beverly was out for some of the game, and he only had a 9% usage rate. Obviously, you know, like I said, I just don't like him starting because he has Paul George, obviously Kawhi Leonard there as well. But you can look at him. I mean, he can get you 21, 22 maybe, but I just don't like him too much. Oh, man, excuse me. Personally, I'm just not a big fan of him. One guy that I think could be a interesting GPP play if Beverly's out is Lou Williams, and that's only if Beverly's out. I think he's going to be, which makes Reggie Jackson in the starting lineup. So I don't know if you guys caught it in the beginning of the restart, but anyway, I'll go through it again. Whenever Reggie Jackson and Lou Williams are both on the second team, Lou Williams' usage rate goes down dramatically. Whenever Reggie Jackson does start, Lou Williams' usage rate goes up about 7 to 8%. I get it; he only had 1 game back, only played 21 minutes. But I think he could get you around 23 to 25 minutes in this one. And also, like I said, usage rate with Jackson for the most part, not really playing with him. He had 25% usage rate in his first game back. So, I mean, who knows, man? This guy definitely could be worth a look. Could get you 25 to 27 fantasy points, but that's only a GPP play. Don't go heavy on him. It's just one of my gut feelings that I have. I totally missed Luka Doncic. You can look at him. I guess. He had a massive game last time out, 76. Definitely could look at him. I mean, the dude's shooting everything, doing pretty good. These are against really good, really trash defenses, though. So Clippers are a little bit better for sure. I don't even know. Last time Clippers still had 63, so definitely still in play for sure. I do love Paul George quite a bit. Kawhi Leonard, I think you could look at him here. Dallas is really bad against superstars and ball handlers and guys that can shoot. So I don't mind him still getting a ton of shots. His shot got a little bit better, 10 for 21 here. So if he gets a couple more rebounds and blocks and steals, I think he could easily get you 43, 44. So for sure, if you can get Warren, have at it. But I think Kawhi could go a little bit under owned here. And if Warren does suck, probably 55, 60% of the field is going to have him. And Kawhi, if he gets you 45 to 50 for some reason here in an uptick against Dallas, you are ahead of the field. That's the big thing. Is Warren for sure on paper is the obvious play, but if for some reason he sucks and you have Kawhi Leonard get you 45 to 50, and Warren only gets you 34, 35, boom, you're ahead of most of the field there. So definitely keep that in mind. So if you're playing GPP, Kawhi Leonard for sure. If you're playing cash, go TJ Warren. Moving on, Porzingis, and he's okay. Zubac, this guy just ticks me off. I didn't play him for 2 games, and he decides to, hey, let's play. Chris isn't going to play me, so I'm going to go off. So 29 and 31 for him. Pretty sure if I do pick him, which I don't think I'm going to, but if I pick him today, he's going to absolutely suck. So, yeah, that's just Zubac. That guy just, yeah, he's ticks me off. Anyway, moving on, we got Portland and Denver. I think this one could be pretty good, to be honest with you. Don't mind Lillard. If Murray is out once again, Monte Morris will be chalky. Put him in there in your cash games. Malcolm, and he's okay. Gary Trent, I'm surprised his price went down. The dude's playing anywhere from 30 to 35 minutes a game. This guy's $3,900. Like, Fanduel, what are you doing? I get it, he only had 21, but 35 minutes last time out. I don't care how good or how bad he's been doing. The dude's playing 30 to 35 minutes, and putting up that many shots off the bench, 12 and 11, and just shooting a ton of threes. He's still scoring a ton off the bench. I'm putting him in there. That's just stupid. It may not be the best matchup, but that's dumb. I love Gary Trent. Carmelo, a guy that's kind of been under the radar. Dude lost what he said 25 pounds or so. He's looking a lot better coming here in the bubble. Actually looking like a Carmelo that you can play from 5, 6, 7 years ago. So don't mind him. He's only a 5,100 solid option for sure. Michael Porter will be very, very chalky. I don't mind Paul Millsap either. Only had 21, but only played 17 minutes, so I'm not exactly sure why. I think they just didn't play him too much in the second half, but he's definitely could be worth a rebound. Here, Nurkic, Jokic, don't mind both of them. Nurkic will be popular for sure, and as we know, it's his old team, so might want some revenge. All right, we got the Lakers and my bad, the Dallas Mavericks. My goodness, it's late. Houston Rockets here. Westbrook is questionable, so all you subscribers, you know who I like. Chris Clemens. I'm just joking. Anyway, if you haven't been around for a while, it's a big joke. Yeah. Anyway, um, Austin Rivers will probably get ownership. I just don't like the dude. The dude, just, he doesn't do much with his minutes. Macklemore might get some backup, but I'm just not really interested in those guys. Harden, half decent play here. I'd rather go elsewhere. If the Lakers do not rest their starters on a back-to-back, I don't mind going to LeBron. I get it; he hasn't been that great, but this is an uptick in a game here. And usually in the past, it's pretty good against not the greatest, but he had 51 against Houston last time out and 55 before. So nothing too crazy, but I mean, 10,100 for the King that could easily go off for 55. I don't mind him. I really don't. I think he could be worth a look. Same thing for AD. Dude hasn't been doing has not been doing the greatest, but for the most part, whatever he faces Houston, he does pretty good. Had 70 last time out, and I think that's the only game he played because he got injured the other one. But yeah, I mean, like I said, both those guys haven't been doing good, but this is an uptick. And for the most part, they're relatively cheap, both those guys. So you can look at them. If for some reason one or two of them are out, Kyle Kuzma and all the other guys are in play. And that's mostly what we got for the slate. So let's go plug in a couple main guys that I'm looking at. So if Brogdon is playing here, definitely don't mind him. Like I said, if he's out, go Aaron Holiday for sure. Same thing for Dragic if he's out. I think that actually helps out Tyler Hero a little bit. Extra usage coming off the bench, so definitely keep in mind on that one. Um, Monte Morris should be very chalky. Like I said, if Murray is out once again. And then, like I said, you got Aaron Holiday there. Gets a little extra usage if Brogdon is out. And like I said with Dragic, you can look at none. I think he'll get the ownership, but I honestly would just go GPP with Tyler Hero. Might get you 23, 24 fantasy points. Over here, like I said, if you want to go Luka, I don't mind him. I'd rather have him than Harden just because Luka's been so dang hot. But I do like Paul George. If you want to fade George, you can. You can go up to Luka Doncic. If not, like I said, you have Gary Trent down there. at 3,900, or also Tyler Hero at 3,900 as well. I'd rather have Trent just because he plays a lot more minutes. Moving on here, I don't mind Giannis, but if you can't get him, definitely look at LeBron. Like I said, if you're going GPP, I'd rather have Kawhi than Warren, but that's totally up to you. If you can't afford that, go down to Carmelo Anthony. He is a pretty reasonable. I do like Anthony Davis in this one, and like I said, he'll be very chalky, but you can easily look at Michael Porter, and that still gives you $6,300 left over. So, yeah, I know, like I said, for the most part, people are gonna be like, ah, man, the Lakers aren't playing well, but uptick. Hopefully something pans out here. I don't mind going back to the well on those guys. But like I said, if they are out, then it's gonna be crazy because, like I said, they have the number one seed, so they might just take it easy on their guys, and it is a back to back. So we'll see. But that's what we got going on. If you guys enjoyed the video, leave a like. I do appreciate it quite a bit. And if you guys are new, we will be doing NBA Fanduel advice videos every single day. So, like I said, hit that sub button. Would love to have you. And if you just want to chat and get some extra advice and everything like that, you guys can get on Slack for free in our NBA page. Like I said, we have over 500 members. All you need to do is message me your email that you signed up for Slack, and you'll get in there. Like I said, everyone talks in there about the slate. So that is mostly it. And like I said, if you guys need NBA FanDuel and DraftKings lineup advice, would love for you guys to, come join us. All you need to do is hit us up on our Twitter, and we'll get you all set up. And like I said, on FanDuel, you get my exact lineup that I am using. So, all right, guys, like I said, that is it. Should be a good one. We'll see you guys a little bit later on.